Welcome to the Cherokee Tribune Ledger podcast. Today is Saturday, January 7th, and happy 59th birthday to actor Nicolas Cage.
I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
I'm Dan Ratcliffe, and here are your top stories presented by Credit Union of Georgia. Anna Crawford, the founder of the Anna Crawford Children's Center in Woodstock, has died. Woodstock Mayor Caldwell will give the State of the City address at 2 events this month. And while the state turns its attention to UGA's big game Monday night, another local bulldog has already brought home some hardware. We'll have all this and more coming up on the Cherokee Tribune Ledger podcast.
You deserve better than your bank. Better service, better rates, better solutions. Now is the perfect time to make the switch to Credit Union of Georgia, the better way to bank. Credit Union of Georgia is a homegrown, not-for-profit cooperative that will provide you with personalized customer service, a network of more than 30,000 accessible ATMs across the country, and convenient locations right here in Cherokee County, including the brand new Hickory Flat branch. Become a member today or apply for a loan online at cuofga.org. Credit Union of Georgia, the better way to bank.
Anna Crawford, a therapist and longtime advocate for children in Cherokee County, has died at the age of 80 after a battle with cancer. Crawford, the founder of the Anna Crawford Children's Center and Cherokee Counseling and Psychological Associates, both in Woodstock, died December 15th at her home in Mississippi. Crawford dedicated her life to serving and helping children, women, and families in need in her community. Crawford founded Cherokee Counseling and Psychological Associates in downtown Woodstock in 1985. The multidisciplinary team of professionals continues to provide therapeutic services to individuals and families. Warren Kaplan was part of the group of people who helped Crawford open the counseling center.
So she bought the post office in downtown Woodstock, which was the old post office. The post office moved from it's Main Street, so it's right down Main Street. She bought the old post office like maybe 1989, 88, renovated it, and then right in the beginning of 1990 opened Cherokee Counseling Center and formed Cherokee Counseling and Psychological Associates. I was one of the original members with her, and the practice grew to a multidisciplinary practice of 10 mental health professionals, including a psychiatrist, psychologist, and master-level therapists as well.
Crawford, who worked for years with children who had been abused, was also one of the original founders of the Cherokee Council on Child Abuse, Inc. in 1990, later known as the Cherokee Child Advocacy Center. This would eventually be renamed the Anna Crawford Children's Center in the mid-1990s. Amy Economopoulos, executive director of the Anna Crawford Children's Center, said Crawford interviewed her in 2000 for a therapist and forensic interviewer position at the center.
I was actually hired in July of 2000. I was hired to be a therapist and a forensic interviewer at the time. I later became the executive director. But I was actually interviewed by Dr. Crawford and the executive director at the time, Beverly Horton. So I had always heard of the Anna Crawford Children's Center. But when I showed up for my interview, I couldn't believe that I was actually being interviewed by the Dr. Anna Crawford. And I was just immediately taken by her intelligence and her charm and her wisdom and her kindness, and to just have the chance to interview her was amazing, and to later be asked to join the team and to get to establish that relationship with her, that long-standing professional and personal relationship, has just been an honor.
Amy described Crawford as an art lover, elegant, kind, compassionate, giving, and a strong female role model who brought beauty wherever she went. In addition to her work with children, Crawford also served on the board of directors for the Cobb County Young Women's Christian Association, the Cherokee Family Violence Center, the Georgia Council and Task Force on Domestic Violence, and was a trainer and supervisor for the Cobb and Cherokee Battered Women's Shelters. Woodstock Mayor Michael Caldwell will present the 2023 State of the City Address at 2 events in January. In the address, the mayor will outline the city's accomplishments of 2022 and provide a preview of where Woodstock is heading in 2023. In Woodstock will host the State of the City Breakfast January 20th in the Woodstock Arts City Center Theater. Registration and a networking breakfast is scheduled to start at 7:45, and the program will begin at 8:15. Mayor Caldwell will deliver the address again to the Woodstock City Council at the Mayor and Council meeting at 7 p.m. January 23rd at the Chambers at City Center. For tickets to the In Woodstock event, visit inwoodstock.org/events.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
A bulldog that calls Cherokee County home is now the best in show. Star, a 3.5-year-old bulldog, earned this honor as the winner of the 22nd American Kennel Club National Championship competition December 18th in Orlando. The show aired on New Year's Day on ABC. Star's owner, the Mason family of Woodstock, Elena Moulton of Pensacola, and Star's handler, Dennis O'Connor of Glen Rose, Texas, received a $50,000 check, while Star was named Best in Show against 5,300 other dogs. This was Star's first time competing in this show. This was also the first time a bulldog has ever won the AKC National Championship. As part of the competition, Star and the other dogs were judged on a standard of what the dog or breed should look like. Star travels with her handler, Dennis O'Connor, to compete in these competitions, winning 18 Best in Show titles so far, including the AKC show. Star and O'Connor work together before shows to prepare for upcoming competitions. Some of the shows that Star competes in are against bulldogs, while others, such as the AKC National Championship, are against dogs of all breeds. When the time comes to settle down into retirement, Natalie Mason said Star will come home and live with the Mason family permanently in Woodstock. A Canton man has been sentenced to 10 years in prison after he was found guilty of molesting a child. David Blackburn of Canton was found guilty of child molestation and cruelty to children in the first degree. Senior Judge Jack Partain sentenced Blackburn on October 6 to 20 years, with the first 10 years to be served in confinement and the remainder on probation. According to the DA's office, Canton police began investigating Blackburn in December of 2019 after a child reported that she was being sexually abused by a member of her family. In a forensic interview at the Anna Crawford Children's Center, the child provided detailed accounts of acts of sexual abuse that occurred from 2014 to 2019. For years, this child tried to tell individuals in her life that Blackburn was touching her in inappropriate and sexual ways. Instead of believing her, they insisted that she was mistaken and confused about his intentions, said Assistant DA Rachel Hines of the Special Victims Unit. This case divided a family and forced a child to choose between telling the truth or lying to appease family members. The victim in the case showed amazing strength throughout the investigation and prosecution of this crime. At the conclusion of the 4-day trial, the jury convicted Blackburn on 3 counts of child molestation and 1 count of cruelty to children in the first degree.
Engineered Solutions of Georgia. We guarantee a stable, dry foundation. With over 30 years of experience and a lifetime of support, residential and commercial. Hey, we do it all. For basement waterproofing and repairs to your foundation. Dial 678-ESOG now.
I'm Jeffrey Drake with Drake Realty. I want to share with small businesses one of the smartest moves we ever made in real estate. We bought our business properties and did not lease our offices, and we paid ourselves instead of our landlords. It was an additional revenue source for our company without any additional work. If you are 2 years in business and occupy over 50% of the space, you very well might qualify for a no money down loan to buy your business property. Whether it's an office property, retail, industrial, or any other number of commercial properties, you may qualify. Owning your business property could eliminate or reduce the check you send to the IRS. Owning your place of work will also enable you to use additional equity to borrow or save. Please call me at 678-708-6885 or visit drakerealty.com and see if we can help you build equity and wealth in your business.
Woodstock resident Barry Pensick is holding a book signing in Ackworth today on his memoir of a 1970 top-secret raid in Laos. Operation Tailwind, Memoirs of a Secret Battle in a Secret War, is a memoir of a top-secret raid in Laos conducted in 1970 in support of a CIA operation there. The book takes the reader from the jungles of Laos to the boardrooms of CNN to the East Room of the White House. The book signing is at 1 p.m. this afternoon at Ackworth Bookstore and Coffee Shop. For more information about the Operation Tailwind memoir, visit barrypensick.com.
Hey, Dad, how come you never taken us to see a soccer game?
I don't know.
A new women's soccer team will be competing in Canton this spring and summer, with the Georgia Impact set to play its inaugural game in the Women's Premier Soccer League in May. The WPSL, comprised of college players seeking a playing outlet before their college season begins in the fall, features more than 135 teams in 35 states across the country. The Georgia Impact will compete in the Southeast Division with Alabama FC, Chattanooga FC, Nashville Rhythm FC, North Alabama SC, and TN Force FC. The National Premier Soccer League, the WPSL's counterpart for men's players, expanded into the area last year with Apatheos FC, which plays its games at North Cobb Christian School in Kennesaw. Georgia Impact will host its 5 matches at Tommy Baker Field on the Cherokee High School campus.
Engineered solutions of Georgia. We guarantee a stable, dry foundation. With over 30 years of experience and a lifetime of support, residential and commercial. Hey, we do it all. For basement waterproofing and repairs to your foundation. Dial 678 ESOG now.
Unknown error. Every time I think my business is on track, I get these computer issues that shut me down for a day.
Ever since my business partnered with Click IT of Marietta, I don't even worry about those types of things. They're local, they have 20 years experience, and specialize in helping small businesses just like mine and yours.
Do they handle hardware and software?
Hardware, software, malware, you name it. Just tell them when and where, and they will be there. Visit them online at marietta.clickitcomputers.com or give them a call at 678-202-4600. Instead of submitting a support ticket, call Marietta Click It. Thanks again for listening to today's Cherokee Tribune Ledger podcast. Did you know over 50% of Americans listen to podcasts weekly? Make sure you join us for our next episode and share this podcast on social media with your friends and family. Add us to your Alexa Flash Briefing or Google Home Briefing, and be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. Darren Sutherland, Executive Director. Jacob Sutherland, Director. Matt Golden, News Director. Chin Ray Zhang, Director Producer. And Jason Gentarola, Audio Producer. All rights reserved.